YouTube cubes, I am back. All right, this is try number two. Try number two. You're here for the first one. I'm sorry. False start. I don't know why my internet just cannot stay stable. But we're back after fixing that. You're confused. Just had an 8-minute show, and now we're doing a second one. We're making 14 legendary weapons today. This is the finale. This is it. August 22nd. Oh, hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Dear God, man. This has been a long day already, I guess. August 22nd. Soto drops. That is next Tuesday. From today, August 18th to August 24th, the API isn't going to work. So, you know, that's to prevent spoilers and things like that. So there you go. We're not going to be able to use Guild Wars 2 efficiency for anything today, anything like that. I know Binary and Galga were already here, and I appreciate you too. But anyhow, we good? Good? Solid? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. How did I get that much gold for so many legendaries, and congrats? It took me about a year to amass all the materials, and we've been farming hard. I'm going to talk about it, Geeky. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to go ahead and go into the game. That was already set up to start, but now we have to talk about stuff again. Am I going to be still parked up in the sky? I sort of just killed the internet. Like, stupid. Inventory just opened back up. Look at that. So here's all the precursors, the gifts, the draconic tributes, and in the bank, as long as everything's saved. It did. It's going to be a little weird. Sort of. Not really. All the same. We have 2,800 chunks of pure jade. All 1,400 of the jade rune stones and antique summoning stones. And the 1,400 of the chunks of ancient ambergris. Binary, welcome back. Big apologies. Not realize my internet was not going to internet today. But we don't have time for that. Midian, hello. Welcome. This. But here it all is. That's it. Had a bank tab. Talked about the bank tab. What did I say last time? It was like nearly 6,000 gold and materials just sitting in that bank tab. The other 14 gifts of Cantha, 14 bloodstone shards, and the 70 blessings of the Jade Empress are also sitting here. So once we're done making this one gifts, we're going to have to forge with those, and then we can turn around and make all the weapons from that. So pretty much I need... what do I need? How do I craft this? Part of the process? Like that? Uh-oh. Are these in the other one? Maybe that's it. If this is wrong, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. There's no way. This is 5 per. Let me look something up so I don't make a mistake here. Because it's that simple to make a mistake. Forging the wrong thing. And there's no way to reverse it. Because ANET is going to ANET. This is why crafting should not be involved, and you should have to buy all your components. With the materials. I just don't see why crafting has to be involved. I don't even understand why forging has to be involved until the very end. We're making the Gift of Jade Mastery. / wiki that. Requires the Gift of the Dragon's Empire. Okay. That's what we're making. 100 jade runestones, 200 chunks of pure jade, 100 chunks of ancient ambergris, and 5 blessings of the Jade Empress. Five times 14 is 70. Not losing my mind here. Okay, cool. It's a very happy Friday fun day. So this, and this. Okay, that is correct. 1. Can I refill and forge again? I can't, because it's weird numbers. So this, and this again. I'm gonna have to go back to the bank. Thanks, ArenaNet. That's the other thing I don't like about the forge. I can't put stuff together based on just having it wildly apart, so this is gonna get really weird really fast. Back up. Wanted to do it up there. We're gonna make the legendaries up there. I don't see why not. This, and this forge. Which one is short every time? This stuff didn't disappear over here.
You can never have too much treasure.
This. Nope. This and this. Holy crap.
Seize the moment.
Ain't it why? Ain't it why? Oh, because people usually don't do it this way? Excuses, ain't it? Excuses. Ain't it? Why are these not graying out? What? 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 Oni, hello, welcome. Galka, hello again. Thanks for coming back. Is it 100 in here?
Yes.
Alright. At 100 at a time, we can start to split this up like this. At a time.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to be this confusing. But that's why I wanted to wait and just show that sometimes, ArenaNet's going to ArenaNet. It's 200 of those. Oh. Still confusing. 100. 100. 100. At 4. 100. Start to break those apart.
Never leave a wrong.
That was dumb. 100. Taking 200 out of that. Save myself some time. 50. 50.
May the 6 watch over.
That should be good. Need to be 100s. Alright, now we can do this.
Yes?
Be good. Open this up.
Hello.
Forge. Refill, forge. Refill, forge. Okay, there we go. Had made him divisible by 100. That's it. That is 14 gifts of the Dragon Empire. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that back into the bank. All of this. These need to be divisible by 100 as well. Pop those out.
I'm at your service.
I have room in the bank. I'll have that free tab. Okay, looks good. Don't do that. Scared myself. All right. Forge the last gift. One, this one, this one, and this one. Oh God, not gonna pull from that, is it? It is. God dang it. I have 18 loose ones. Game is gonna continue to mess with me because programming is hard. stressed. Stressed.
How may I be of service?
3. Do I have any legendary? You're in good company. Don't worry. See, when I show stuff off like this, you gotta remember, I've been playing for 11 years and have 16,000 hours of this game under my belt. Again, not a brag, but if you're trying to compare it to me, and you started to play, what'd you say? 2017? I already had 5 years on you by that point, and that makes a huge difference in this game.
You can never have too much treasure.
So a lot of this is just gonna happen passively. That is it. That in the wrong spot.
Hello, stranger. What can I do for you?
And we are set up to make 28,000 gold worth of legendary weapons. Today when I checked it, it was 21,000 gold in cost to make a legendary, these 14 legendary weapons right here. The reason why I'm not making 16 legendary weapons, you may be asking, like, why didn't you do all 16? I already made the bows. So the short bow and the long bow are already done. I don't need those. So when I started this journey in January, I made those 2 bows last year because I didn't have any bows. So this was just so I can get all the Gen 3 skins. And that's what I wanted. So, yeah. Still know that, yeah, Binary doesn't have any legendaries. No, Kron, hello, welcome. Everybody hits that like button. This is it. Are we ready to make 14 legendaries? I think so. So pretty much we just can do the from the top here. Hold on, I gotta do the brag. Hold on. Yeah, we gotta brag. Gonna do all 14 in map chat. Spam. Support me for spam. It was suppressed, finally. Rabbit Footy, hello. I could only do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 before I got suppressed. Been making my fishing profitable? That is true. I did buy most of the ambergris. That is true. All right. The guild gets them firsthand. This is the first one I'm making. Right here. Let's do it. You ready? 1 out of 14. We are going to go ahead and make this one.
Nice gear.
Arene's Rending. Done. Refill. Next. Hold on, can I do it this way? No, you can't. You have to do it from the inventory. Oh, it's gonna go the other way. Never thought about that. Next one. I can't brag in guild chat. It's gonna take too long if I do it that way. Alright. I believe this is Arene's weight right here, so there we go. I'm unlocking the precursor when I do this, by the way. They are pretty. They're not unlocked on the account yet. It's gonna be Arene's argument.
Nice gear.
That's 3. Arene's claw. Arene's wisdom. Arene's voice. Arene's persuasion.
That looks valuable.
Oh, for a second there, I got confused. I was like, wait, did it give me the legendary skin? No, it just shows I got the weapon. Arene's tail. Arene's breath. It was a long journey here.
Nice gear.
When was this? Arene's gaze. Arene's scale. Arene's insight. Arene's bite. That one was all the way down the list. And then, of course, Arene's fang.
Nice gear.
14 legendaries forged. But I have not put them on the account yet. Nine, the most of these you can link. Actually, no. Can't fit over here. That's in the middle, technically. There it is! The journey! All the precursors unlocked, and now I'm going to unlock all the legendaries one by one. That was a ridiculous thing in guild chat. Payoff for hard work and dedication. If we want to call it that. There it is. Yeah. Doing every single of the precursors and stuff would have taken forever. Wow. Just wow. Account goes down, someone hacks it, gives them all away. At hello. Oh, I haven't equipped them yet, Cat. We haven't got to the best part. Raising my account value by 28,000 gold. Haven't got there. But hello, welcome. I'm glad you guys are excited. Because a lot of these shows were boring, in all honesty. I don't think I can spam map chat since I already got suppressed. Done. Me boring? All right. So let's go ahead and unlock them by doing this. Gonna hear that 14 times today. Print screen. Arene's rending, magic everywhere, swirling and whispering. Like a flock of birds dancing through the air. It settles at my feet. Dust piling higher and higher like sand on a beach. Wake up, it says. Wake up. Now do it. Now do it all again for the Suwon variant. The variants are actually cheaper to make and easier to make. In all honesty. Unlock skin. Green's weight. Spartan of Guild Wars 2 legendaries. Marines, wait. Even inside the shell of my little egg, I can feel them. The stranger. Their souls smelled of pain and ached, but somehow I knew. I knew that I was safe in their care. Next. Thank you. Marines argument. The mother kept her distance from the mortal realm. Their mother kept her distance from the mortal realm, but I needed that connection. I yearned for it. Without my companions, would I feel the same need to protect this place? Oh. Next, Arene's Claw. Arene's Claw, the weight of the world, the balance of time and nature, all of it, sitting on my shoulders. It's heavy, crippling even. There's something comforting, knowing that I can make a difference. How all the weapons are here. It sort of looks like wings, but it's not. Weapons. Next one. Arene's wisdom. My brother's duty and my mother's destiny wouldn't have existed without my grandfather's hunger. If that's so, isn't a prophecy just knowing what must be done and who should do it? Question. You see that red spot over there? Did something break? Arene's voice. Should never lose anything or anyone ever again. The world should be like a beautiful garden and only grow around you forever. I know it can't happen that way, but I don't want to be what you lose next. Dang. Every time. Arene's persuasion. When I was too little to fly, I dreamed of it. I still dreamed after he died, but the promise of endless freedom and joy wasn't real anymore. His heart and mind were tethered to the ground, and in the end, his body joined them. Dang. Next. I said nothing on the left side. Arene's tale. The loneliness of this world is terrifying. Empty. Who can I confide in now? Can anyone out there hear me? Do you understand what it's like to hold such power? Should be my ringtone. I don't remember the last time I actually let my phone ring. Arene's breath. Are people who already have too much power the only ones who want it? Why do they think they need more? This can't be fixed with weapons or magic. It's just adults panicking or having tantrums. I mean, I don't think there is a realer statement. entry music when he logs in. Wait. I've been unlocking the skin, but I can also add to the legendary armor. Nah, I have my phone right here. You're the one who never answers. Don't start this. Don't start this. Next one. And that was a little weird. Arene's gaze. I chirped at my companion, my champion. I could already feel something pulling us together, even back then. Or perhaps it was just a rumble of my belly, recently filled with fish. Thought there was a real connection here. Don't even have my number? Anybody? Arene scaled. Tommy doesn't always understand me, but she helps other people understand me since she can hold a conversation with me by herself. Although, I wouldn't miss it if she stopped giving me a squeaky voice. These are different for everyone. Champion is dragon tongue for a person who feeds me every once in a while. That's right. Arene's insight. You make me furious. If you had truly wanted anything but revenge, my champion could have helped you instead of killing you. You wouldn't have been alone. I wish I could have talked to you. I wish I believed it could have helped. Arene's bite. His voice whispers at the back of my mind. His soul, as ripe as it was in life, tells me things about the myths, about the underworld, terrifying, dark things. Finally. Arene's Fang! I don't want to have a destiny. I want to eat half your food and go to sleep while you read. But if I act like a baby now, everyone will remember later. Maybe Vlast was right, and it's better if they think I'm angry. Dang. Dang. Alright, that's it. Well, thank you everyone for joining, and... nah. Is that it? Is that it? Not. Here's the coolest part about this. Now that I've unlocked that, I have access to all the variants. And it would cost me about 32,000 more gold to make them all. A single thing locked there. Well, except stuff I haven't unlocked, but you know what I mean. I have enough memories and mystic clovers for the prismatic shadows, it looked like. 200 there. Jade runestones. So, 14 legendaries. It allows me to equip them, of course. I have 4 great swords at my disposal now. I have Eternity, I have Sunrise, I have Twilight, and now I have Arene's Bite, which is hard to tell. Here. Yeah, it's a great sword. And I don't have to equip it that way. I can go in the wardrobe, do this, go down to the legendary, go up to the legendary. No, it's right here. And boom, equipped. Now, I'm not going to do it on this character because he's fire and brimstone. The only reason he has the longbow on is because the only one I have didn't change the skin. Doesn't really matter though. Let's do it. Legendaries are free, the skin, so there it is. Disappeared, but got the rainbow. Such pretty legendary. The longbow especially is just pretty looking. Didn't make that one today, but the effect when you swap weapons even. Yeah, so that's what I want to do on this character is make the Primordius version. Now that I have these, I can now make my characters into the... And it fits very well with this armor. This is the Hellfire armor from the achievements. I changed the back piece to a different one, but... So cool. The longbow, where is... that the longbow or short bow? That's short bow light. This character already has like smoke coming off of him, and he has the fire off the back. Yeah, it would look really good. But of course, I have to do the stuff for that. And if I kill creatures, they explode into crazy things. I don't think there's any ambient creatures inside of here. ArenaNet doesn't do that anymore. But here it is. I actually don't see this greatsword too much without the variant. Interesting.
What can I do for you?
Go to my Necro really quick. How many legendary weapons do I have? That is a great question. A lot now. Let's see if Guild Wars 2 efficiency still works enough. I can tell you. I don't know what this is gonna do to my yeah, API's down. I don't know what this is gonna do to my account value either, whether it's gonna go up or down. But right now I have Eternity on my Necro. This is what Eternity looks like. And then on the flip side, I have Frostfang and Incinerator. I think there's much effect that I can do here. But you don't get the footsteps from Incinerator at all. Anything like that. So now what I can do is change over again to that, the axe, the rending, and then the claw. If I apply. So now the footfalls. Both weapons have a trail. That That shiny trail. If I throw the dagger, does the effect? It's hard to see the dagger thrown. Well, not really. If I do this, see? Not sure. I can't remember. But the great sword, the effect. Always having that nice trail behind. I mean, this. You have two. I'm trying to think here. So I now have 3 hammers. I have 2 juggernauts. So I have 16 from Arena. So if we cut those out, I have 2 juggernauts. I have Twilight, Sunrise, and Twilight, Sunrise, Eternity. I have the Incinerator. I have Frostfang. I have Bolt. I have. The only weapons I didn't have on my Necro was a Warhorn. I made the Focus, the Minstrel. Is that what it's called? They're all Gen 1 weapons. So I had a Focus. I have the Bifrost. I was going to make the Howler until I decided to... Well, I was actually just going to make the 3rd Gen Warhorn, but then I decided to make all 14 of the ones I didn't have. But I don't think I have Howler. No, that one I'm missing. The Scepter. Meteorologicus. I have Quip as well. So, I think that's 28 weapons total. And the underwater ones, so that's 31. 31 weapons. But there was no Arena variant of the underwater weapons. If there ever is, I would make them. The underwater weapons aren't expensive to make, but sure, I would make them. These are very loud weapons. Sparklies. More sparklies than normal. I love that effect. Now, on all my characters, I could probably switch out the weapons. The other character I want to look at here really quick is my Mesmer. My Mesmer. Sorry, Midian. Did it again. Hey, don't forget, Guildies, we have World versus World tonight. In a moment here, I'm going to talk about farming. Just all the materials for a legendary, that kind of stuff. That kind of thing, so... Not exactly that I don't like the legendaries that I have. Sadly, the sad truth here is that Bifrost, while being a great legendary... is that what I have on? While being a great legendary, skin, sadly, Arene's is a bit of an upgrade. So, I'm going to switch these out. And I'm going to go back here to equipment and change over to my other side. Go back to the wardrobe. Change to the new greatsword. Now I can also get him this nice calcatoric look. Purple on that Mesmer looks really great. Light again. Dagger. And the Focus. Sort of... dagger action here. Hold on. This still work? Yeah. Nice little dagger effect. Doesn't look like the 3 skill did anything new. Great sword is the great sword. skill. That 2 skill is awesome when it's bouncing around, though. I've seen that. Fun. Can't use that 4 skill without an enemy? Okay. Fair. Colton, hello, welcome. Welcome if I missed you in chat there. But legendaries, they're expensive to make, and they do take a long time. A new player would not make 14 legendaries in a year, nor would they wait to make those 14 legendaries. That's just sort of silly, right? Like, if you can make a legendary weapon, you should go ahead and make it. You shouldn't save up for multiple legendaries. I was just doing that to sort of show, like, you know, just the ultimate cost of things and what it looks like when you amass certain materials. And also, so you can't sort of, like, say that I wasn't doing certain things towards this. Like, if I suddenly had a legendary, did I craft it? Did I forge it? How much of the pieces could you get? You can buy most of a Gen 3 legendary off the market. So if you know how to farm gold, you can just buy these legendaries just simply by going to the trading post, typing in Arene's whatever, and then boom, there they are. And they're over 2,000 gold right now. So you could just buy them if you know how to farm the gold. If you don't want to craft them, that's fine. But you can buy the pieces. So if I go over here and type in dragons, we're going to see the precursors that I made not too long ago. And a lot of that, again, making these wasn't that expensive or anything like that. So I'm going to tell you what I did to casually make these things, because that's what I did. I casually made these. I was doing strikes and things, I'll be honest. There were some higher tier things that I was doing, but I stopped doing that. I even stopped doing raids with my guild and stuff because I sort of wanted to see... That was really cool. Don't have much effect. Yeah, it's just a better Bifrost in my opinion. Oh, I didn't need There's daggers and a pistol. Pistol do it. Need an enemy. Pretty awesome. But anyhow. Now I have them. But just to talk about this stuff a bit and just the components. So, the first thing I should do is jump back on my warrior, so I'm not wasting any bonuses. Gordium almost broke you. Gen 2 legendaries are time expensive, and they're just expensive in general. The materials are harder to get to in general. A lot of it's all account bound. So there's no really using the trading post except for certain specific base materials. Gen 3s did not end up that way. Gen 3s ended up, you know, you can buy the precursor or you can buy the legendary. You can buy the components. You can buy a lot of it. There's no collection hidden like Gen 2s. Gen 1s are a lot the same way. You can buy the precursors, the end results. A lot of their components can be bought. Mapping for Gen 1s, you end up with 2 gifts because of how long mapping is for Gen 1. That kind of thing. So I did do a lot of the account bound stuff on stream. If you want to check that out. Things like Jade Runestones and that kind of stuff. I had a route. Release talked about guaranteed ones. You're not earning 4 or 5 Jade Runestones a day. You're sort of not doing things right in the sense of that. But I can tell you, without a doubt, casually you can make a Gen 3 legendary in about 40 days. 20 days of it is the most important part. And I will explain that here in a second. Because a lot of things are going to take at least 20 days. It's going to take you 20 to 40 days is what I should say. Also depending on how fast you can get certain materials. So tier 3, tier 4, and tier 6. Tier 5 is not that hard. But we'll talk about it all. And the easiest way for me to explain this is by simply going inside my material storage and talking about all the things. This material up here, none of it is actually that required unless you're going to make your own Deldrimore steel, your own spirit wood. If you're going to do that, you're going to need the stuff up here to do that. Not hard to go out and farm this material. I'm not going to sit here and explain this, and lots of it is very, very cheap in this day and age compared to other things. So if you need any of this material and that kind of stuff, I showed rich node farmings and all that kind of stuff, so it's not hard to get this material.
Hello.
What does the war horn sound like? I'm not sure. Know if I have a character with a war horn on. Oh wait, warrior can have war. Do that. I had the torch too, so I guess I have 33. I don't know how many legendaries I have. Here's the voice.
Nice gear.
That. I didn't hear anything. Does that affect the warrior or the warhorn? Warrior or the warhorn? Wait, I can test this for free. It did something else. Fly. That would be insane, but... Must be the warrior. Hold on. Is it? That must be the warrior. That sounds like a war horn.
It's nice to see.
I don't think it has a unique sound. I don't hear... I heard the other war horn. Where is... Yeah. So we can hear a different thing there. That's sort of sad. That this doesn't have a different sound effect. Is that different from what I just had? Why are there so many different ones? Guess Irene's voice is very quiet.
Eat my dust. That feels good.
I don't know, it has sort of a... like a wind blowing sound. More than usual, I guess? I don't know. Anyhow, let me put this back on before I forget I don't have it on. I don't know what character. Man, legendaries are fun! I'm gonna intentionally be taking my weapon out. A lot. Anyhow, so base materials up here pretty spelt out for you. You get them salvaging, you get them running around those lower tier maps and things like that. If you're doing rich nodes, you gotta get some of this too. Crafting materials. Now, there's several ways you can go about crafting materials. You can go farm them directly from what you need, that kind of stuff. I forget just how many of these you need for those gifts of might and magic. But tier 6 materials will drop from in-game stuff. I would not focus tier 6 materials directly until you have a huge amount of tier 5 materials. And don't forget, you're going to need a huge amount of them for the gifts of might and magic. I don't remember how many I needed for 14, but you're going to need a good chunk of these. I think it's a stack, right? Something like that. But once you have a good supply of this, I would use tier 6 dust and ecto or whatever, spirit shards, excuse me, to sort of convert to the tier 6. Tier 3 can be converted from tier 2 with radiant dust, and I would not do tier 3 to tier 4, although some of these are profitable. But as you go to those maps and you farm things, you will get the dust. I did conversion from tier 2 to tier 3 and sold it. But the other things you can do is that you can buy things from your converters. So in those converters, you'll have medium or light karmic crafting bags. You can buy those. If you don't have that, you don't have a karmic converter like I do, then you'll have to go get them. But the karmic converter is expensive. The leyline matter converter is beating dragon stand in under 20 minutes, which is not hard to do, and having the materials from those maps, again, not hard to do. Other than that, I would buy light crafting bags or the medium ones, it's up to you, with your laurels that way. Every 28 days you get a chest and you can pick 20 laurels, but do not do that. Buy the mystic clovers. You're going after legendaries. You are no longer able to get anything else but the legendary crafting materials. Those mystic clovers are too expensive for wasting on laurels. You'll gain so many laurels every month anyways, and you can buy those light crafting bags. It's profitable. Same thing with the heavy crafting bags. They're just a little bit less on the cost. If you just buy light crafting bags, you can sell the extra materials to the trading post, but again, 15% is a lot. And you may be hurting yourself not directly buying the medium or the heavy. So you got to do the math. But for the most part, buying the light crafting materials is the biggest headway when you're doing laurels. And you get a lot of more crafting materials out of these. So the light ones will give you the most, the medium ones the next most, and then the heavy ones only give you 3 at a time. I don't remember how much the light and medium exact numbers are, but there it is. That's what I suggest. Other than that, your daily login rewards will continue to reward mystic coins. They'll give you those laurels, and then they'll give you some crafting materials from that. And then the other thing is that chest of loyalty. Grab the legendary crafting materials, obby shards, mystic clovers. You will need them. Don't forget, at the end of the first week and into the third week, you will get 10 for the first week, 15 for the end of the third week. So that's 25, 26, 27, 28, 31, 35 laurels every 28 days. The mystic coins you get from this is a total of 20 mystic coins. So it really depends on what you need for the most part. But this chest of loyalty, once you hit level 80 and you start legendary hunting, you need to stop grabbing anything else. Laurels aren't as important as the crafting materials because those mystic clovers are just so expensive. Now, if you need other things with the laurels, okay, I understand. You have to sort of give in one way or another. So, skipped around a little bit there, but the tier 3, tier 4 crafting materials are pretty expensive, about 3 silver a piece, and you need a lot of them. But there are ways to farm them. Timberland Falls, a good map to be farming things on, and I believe it's Blaze Ridge. Going around killing things will give you some good materials as well. Just running around if you want to do it that way. Farming materials, again, is hit and miss because of diminishing returns, RNG, all that kind of stuff. But I did it with the laurels pretty much, and, you know, there it is. So, tier 6 materials, you will gain those however you need to farm them. But for the most part, those weren't the hard part. And I'll be honest, I did use alt accounts that had extra laurels and things like that, so I was able to gain them faster. But I got the Gifts of Fortune done a long time ago. And even if I didn't, I would still be doing it that way. I would have lost a lot of gold in the farming when we had to do things a little bit differently. But for the most part, if you have alt accounts with those, but next week that probably is changing, but we might still be able to buy the bags and things then. So this, what I'm saying right now, could just take it with a grain of salt, because next week it could be obsoleted by the new daily, weeklies, and special, the Wizard's Vault. So we'll see what happens with that. But crafting materials all the way from tier 3 to tier 6, you will gain these in mass. The other thing you can do is if you have unbound magic or volatile magic, which if you can check in your wallet, you can convert things. Unbound magic, you can go out to Ember Bay, buy the rare bags, open those up. They're 1,250 a piece plus 40 silver. Will profit no matter what. Opening those up, you have a chance to get Mystic Clovers out of them. And tier 6 materials, lodestones, things like that. We're about to touch on lodestones. Volatile magic, you can go buy the trophy boxes, open those up. Tier 6 materials and a bunch of tier 5 materials. Again, you can convert tier 5 materials up to tier 6 with tier 6 dust and spirit shards. Spirit shards and karma. Let's talk about that before I move on. Play the game. That's it. That's all I can suggest to you. You can use boosters. You can use experience boosters, karmic boosters, all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, get achievements, play the game, go do events, all that kind of stuff. There is no better way to get karma and spirit shards than to just play the game. Your dailies can give you 3 spirit shards, but opening chant bags, killing creatures, leveling up, all gives you spirit shards. It's some tough points there, but for the most part, if you need spirit shards and karma, do not worry about it until you have to. Because if you're going out there doing the other things I'm going to tell you about later, you may not have to worry about it at all. So I'm not exactly remember how much karma and spirit shards you need to do this legendary, the base 1 legendary, but I had tons of extra spirit shards, and I was gaining them when I was finally farming favors. I was gaining them hand over fist, at least 20 a day. I mean, and if I did that for a new player, I think someone told me you can easily do 9 to 15 a day if you're actually playing the game. The reason why I talk about achievement points. Again, I'm going to point this out, and somebody out there is going to be like, no, he's wrong. Don't worry about it. It's true. But let me tell you, if you're going to play a lot of this game, play a lot every day, play for the next 10 years, whatever, having extra gold find, it adds up. It adds up. I'm going to make extra gold compared to everybody else this year. But away from the gold, I get an extra 34% karma from completing events and hearts. And literally, I could buy a writ. So if I have on my amulet the 15% boost from enrichment with just my account, I literally can finish a heart and buy that writ at the vendor and still get extra karma. I still have extra karma to spare. That's huge in this game. So if you're always running out of karma, get achievement points. That extra 10, 15, 20% karma on events adds up. And if you're doing a lot of events to get spirit shards, you're going to get a lot of karma. World versus World is excellent for spirit shards. I'm still speaking more of a casual, but I did do World versus World too. Yeah, spirit shards, tomes for spirit shards. Those reward tracks, yep. Get all sorts of great stuff. World versus World, I think in one night I can get 20-something spirit shards in 2-3 hours easily. Playing the game, it takes about 4 or 5 hours for me to get 24, 25. So you can see the difference there. Use them for getting shards? Shards for what? Are you talking Gen 2? I'm not talking Gen 2. This is strictly Gen 3. Because I think they're worth getting. Gen 2, I think, is not worth your time unless you really want to invest in something. You really enjoy the skin, then get that one. The other thing is I have 51% extra experience gain from kills. That's huge. Because with the bonus on top of them not being killed for a while and the 51%, it's like running around with the booster on all the time. Again, I could put boosters on top of this, but that's also why I gain so many spirit shards every day. It's just because of that. And then, of course, having high magic find means extra tier 6 materials, extra rares, that kind of thing. So you have so many of them? Yeah, most people have an excess of spirit shards after playing for so long, no matter what. That's why I'm always surprised when people come into the chat and are asking about spirit shards. You're either a newer player or you don't play a lot. Doesn't mean you can't casually gain them and things like that. But I'm glad you brought up World vs. World, because I did play World vs. World. I think you can go, anyone can go into World vs. World and get those rewards. I view it as the more casual competitive mode, even though it doesn't seem that way. But you can literally be marked as a scout and get reward track progress and and just participation and things like that for ranking up and things. It's pretty easy. But again, even if you just get a build, you go out there and tag people, run around, just keep your participation up. It's pretty easy for World vs. World. A lot of people are scared of World vs. World, but let me tell you, just find the right group to play with, and it's a lot of fun. That kind of thing. But those right there, those account bonuses, that kind of thing. Reminder, you do not level inside of World vs. World, so you don't get spirit shards that way. But so many come from the other loot you're going to get, the reward tracks like Lex said, and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, spirit shards and karma. Karma, if you're running around into dragons, you're going to get a lot of consumable karma. And I think when I was running around doing the events and just farming that way, I was pulling out 90,000 karma sometimes in a day. Oh, one of them was 115,000 karma in a day. I actually gained karma, which was insane because I was like 15.5 million. And now I'm at 16.6 million karma. And the last 600,000 of this plus came from just doing the events and Into Dragons, trying to get the favors. That's it. Favors, you gain them from events. There's all sorts of ways to do it. Eating Ritz will give you 5 favors. I've talked about this so recently so much, but literally the best way to do this is do the metas in Into Dragons. That's it. All of them. On every map. Do the metas. Province, take the ambergris. If you need jade runestones, you can take it for the other ones. Always take an antique summoning stone from Dragon's End. Dragon's End is going to give you 300 something favors. When you're making one legendary, you only need 3,500. I needed to farm up like 36,000 at the end of this road. Start doing it now. In 20 days, if you're doing those metas, you should have most of what you need. In the sense of karma, spirit shards, and your favors, you should have excess. The other thing is they're good for gold. You're gonna need gold because you're gonna have to buy mystic runestones, which we'll talk about here in a second, because we're getting into the heavy stuff. Amalgamated draconic lodestones. Putrid essences are cheap.
Pleasant greeting.
And when you make amalgamated draconic lodestones, I'm not at a crafting station, you want to use the variant that uses putrid essences. I don't remember if the Mordrum one, is it Mordrum one? That might be getting cheap enough. But for the most part, look it up on a wiki, Guild Wars 2 efficiency. You're going to need specific lodestones to make this. You can also earn them while doing Dragonstorm. So if you're doing all the metas in Into Dragons and Dragonstorm, I would not worry about this until you are ready to craft them and need them. Reason why I say that is you're going to get lodestones from Dragonstorm, the metas, especially Dragon's End. You don't know how much of which lodestones you're going to end up having. So therefore, if you're playing a lot of End of Dragons, a lot doing the Dragonstorm, specifically for the memories, you get what, 6 of them from there or something like that. I forget how many memories you need. Just 100? Plus you need a variant, which is 250, right? I think each weapon needs 100 memories. So when I was talking about 20 days, in 20 days, you're going to get everything that you possibly need. Because if you're doing something to get yourself a Tales of Adventure, which I was earning from my home instance, by choosing the province, there's a bounty board. The province gives you 1 Tale of Adventure every day. You need 20 of them if you don't have the precursor recipe, and you're going to need 10 of them when you craft the poem for the precursor or the gift or something like that. But for the easiest way to do this is literally have your home instance reward you this. It is fast, simple, and easy. Other than that, specific story journal chapters, find the one you enjoy the most, and you can do it every day. And just do it. And once you have 20 of them, if you're making 1 legendary, you're just going to need 20 of them max. So do it for 20 days. In that 20 days, if you do Dragonstorm for 20 days, you'll get 6 memories of Arene. You'll end up with 120 of them. I believe you only need 100, so you'll be done with that as well. You may get an amalgamated gemstone. You will definitely be getting gold from it. It's a very profitable event. It gives you 2 gold no matter what. Plus, the defense seals can be used to earn and unlock lodestones and other things if you're lucky enough, and crafting materials. So Dragonstorm into Dragon metas, you'll get tons of karma, you'll get spirit shards, all that kind of stuff. Do that for 20 days and sort of evaluate where you are. You don't even have to worry about what you're getting, in a sense, if you just do those every day. Break down your rares for ectos. You can either sell your unidentified stuff. You can even sell the rares at this point, I think. But for the most part, I break down everything equipment-wise. Sometimes I check all exotics. It's up to you whether you want to try your chance at breaking them down for better things or just sell them for some money on the trading post. But for the most part, 20 days, you can get a lot of this done pretty easily. A good chunk of it, and then reevaluate for the next 20 days of what you need to do. You can continue doing that stuff every day and still continue to earn gold, sell the memories of Arene for other things you need. These are what, 40 silver a piece? What did I see? 35 now. So like a stack of these go for 89. I was talking about 100 of them. So 100 of them, 20 days will save you 35 gold there. But if you do it for another 20 days, so 20 days worth is actually this much. So you could sell the 20, and then it would be what? 140. So you get about 50 gold right there, or whatever else you need, just in memories alone. And you'll get 80 gold in your wallet from that, and then who knows what else. If you get an amalgamated draconic lodestone, which I believe you need 5 of them. 5 of them? If you get that, I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance. And in 40 days, for sure. In 20 days, for sure, you might be able to get one. It's just the luck of the draw. But anyways, 1 legendary, I gotta pull back. I gotta divide by 14 here. But you're gonna need a ton of ecto. You're probably going to need obby shards, and mystic clovers are best forged. Buying them is okay, but you're going to need mystic clovers no matter what for a lot of things, or some kind of prestige currency. The cheapest way to get these is just forging them one by one. You need 38 mystic clovers. Somehow I already have 15 extra. If you're getting the 7 at the end of the 28 days, you only have to worry about getting 31 more. If you're doing World versus World, at the end of every reward track, if you haven't done a reward track, you'll get 7. If you've done it before, you'll get 2. So do the reward tracks, get some extra mystic clovers there. If you're doing World versus World. Mystic coins, there's all sorts of ways to get these. There's the Mystic Forger daily. Again, that's probably going to change coming up here. Daily logins will give you mystic coins. But for the most part, you're going to need... You do a little math here. You're going to need about 120 mystic coins to get the clovers you need just through the forge. But again, this is probably one of the things you want to do last to see if you get Mystic Clovers from something else. Comes with it will have new reward tracks. They did say that. I just don't know what they'll be at this point, Lex. But hobby shards, you can buy these with Unbound Magic, Karma. Karma's pretty expensive now. You can get these from the converters as well. So the Karmic Converter, there's always Obby shards in there. You can buy cheaper for Karma than anywhere else. The Lay Matter Converter can also have them. I do not buy them if I see them anymore because I just don't need them. But for the most part, if you have the currency and stuff, you can buy what you need. You will need 100 Mystic Runestones, and I believe that's 100 flat gold. If you do the Arena event for 40 days, you'll get 80. Then sell the memories for 50, and then you'll have the gold for this. And you may have saved gold on the Amalgamated Draconic Lodestones. And if you're doing the other metas, you may have the Lodestone recipe ready to make the other ones. Or the 5 that you need. Again, it is just that simple. Casually doing this. You can also convert cores. I think most of them you can save a little money converting as well. If you want to buy the wine and do the mystic forging of that. I have a ton of cores here, as you can see. I think I did that for destroyer cores at one point. Maybe the corrupted ones? Maybe. I don't remember. But is there anything else in here that you need? Lamplighters badges, we'll get to that here in a second. Because you're more than likely just going to have to buy them. They're not the most expensive things. But I believe you need 20? Is that what it is? Let me wiki it really quick. I don't know how to spell lighters. Need 10 for the poem. Oh, that's what it is. You need 10 of them. That's right. You need 10 of them, but you're only doing 4 maps, so you only get 4 Lamplighters badges. You're gonna have to find 6 some other way. And that's either by doing 3 extra maps and then turning the gift that you earn for that map into a Lamplighters badge, or buying them off the trading post. In all honesty, Kanyang City is a 20-minute run, 3 times over. So do it the first time for the gift and the Lamplighters badge, and then 3 times over, so an extra hour, and you have these done. I showed that run at some point. It is very quick. I memorized it. Was trying to perfect it there, but it is not hard to do Kanyang City. I can understand why people were making so much gold off that map before the Lamplighters badges tanked. Probably because how easy that map is to farm. You will have to map all 4 maps. You will need the Lamplighters badge that comes from it, and you will need the gifts, the 4 gifts for the Gift of Kantha. Talk Ambergris. Actually, let's talk Pure Jade and resin. You're going to need resin or pure chunks of Pure Jade from something. You're gonna need it. Wow. Yes. Am I still live? OBS crashed, but it didn't crash fully. That was crazy. Anyhow. Finish into Dragons, do metas daily. Throw in some World vs. World reward tracks. Do Dragon Storm as well. Yeah, that's pretty much the short version of it. Know how to use your laurels. Always take the legendary crafting materials from the dailies. Fish. You need 100 chunks of ambergris. You plan for 40 days. About 2 chunks of ambergris every day. There is a daily catch from the merchant. Do the conversion. Alright, go get the rare fish, convert. Fish for the legendaries. Okay? There's all sorts of things you can do for this, but getting 2 chunks of ambergris is not hard to do every day. You're going to need a little more than that because in 40 days you would only get 80 that way. But if you're doing the rare catch of the day, if you can, or catching a legendary every day, if you are doing fishing tournaments, if you're doing just anything with fishing, getting fish fillets, converting them up, right? I'm going to go ahead and go to that merchant so you all know what I'm talking about. Let me go over here. You can also fish here in Arborstone. If it is daytime and you have freshwater minnows, your fishing power is at least 250. Try to get it higher than that, of course. Sort of like Magic Find. Do this deep fishing hole. Get a Melandru's Lurker. There's your legendary. You have the catch of the day. Your rare fish. I forget which was the daily catch. That's another one. And anything that doesn't work, convert this stuff up to ascended flawless fish fillets here. And 10 of those turn into a chunk of ancient ambergris. And that's it. I was selling them a lot. I was selling them while having 174 legendaries in my inventory. I did not plan well for the ambergris, and I was not following my own advice there. But if you do the daily catch, convert the stuff up, and get the ambergris from the province meta every day, you will have enough in 40 days. And then you won't be stuck like I am. Any extra ones after that you can sell for whatever materials you need. I, again, did not do that. I don't know how many chunks of ambergris I sold before I finally needed them, but it was a lot. I finally broke down and converted the legendaries and everything like that because it's about 20 hours for 100 ambergris in fishing. If you know how to fish quickly, corna, that kind of stuff, it is casual. No matter what, ambergris can be very casual. But there is another thing you can now do that's even more casual than that, and that is go into looking for group, into dragons, province. There it is. That levy farm right there. It takes a little bit to get used to. There's some terminology. There's some other things like that. But if you have a good commander, you can farm 10 of these on your account every day. Do it for 10 days. You're done. Or continue to farm the levy if you have time. Whatever. Or just do it 2 or 3 times. And in 40 days, you will definitely have enough. That's it. Did it need to be as hard as I made it? No, but I did that to myself. The favors and the ambergris could have passively been done this entire time. And getting antique summoning stones, which we're about to touch on, since those aren't in here, but getting those, if you do Dragon's End, get a meta that pushes and actually wins, which happens a lot in this day and age. If you get that, you'll get that, and for 40 days, you'll get 40 antique summoning stones towards whatever you need. And in 40 days, you will get 25 more, I think. So it's 65 total. So as long as you do a strike mission, if you don't have to do a strike mission. I haven't been. So I was getting 4 at a time. If you do it that way, 20, you'll end up with 60. For free. Or for cheaper. Because this will cost you some favors, that karma, that kind of thing. But the antique summoning stones, 60 of them can be acquired in 40 days pretty easily. But you will need to buy the other ones. Goodbye. Now, if you're doing a strike and getting those 10 profit shards and being able to convert, then you'll be having 5. You'll have 75, and you'll just need 25. They're expensive. This is what you're actually going to spend most of your extra gold on, is getting those extra antique summoning stones. Sorry, I forget, you can't buy things in the bank. Right now, they're sitting at way high. But if you did everything I just said, You need 40. That's 147 gold. And if you just needed the 25, 92. That's not bad. Because if you're doing the metas and stuff, you probably are getting some good gold in your wallet. So that's how you deal with the antique summoning stones and the passively. There's just no faster way to get them. You're either doing Dragon's End, getting the antique summoning stone at the end, or you're waiting every week to buy the ones you can. So, how hard is it to do the metas and levy? People are still making Gen 3 legendaries. I think it's just going to be the way it has been. A bit quiet, but there's still going to be people doing it. Looking for group, the commanders have been pretty good about doing runs from... So they'll do this, right? Into Dragon meta start, you know? And then they will literally go to Kanyang City, do that one. Then they'll go to Ekavald Wilds and do that one. And then finding a Dragon's End meta is just knowing when the groups are coming together. You want to do the Delve, feel free. That's another extra 100 favors you can get. I forget what else you can get at the end of the Delve meta. But for the most part, by just doing those, that's how easy this is. Some of you are like, it doesn't seem that easy. But funny enough, the only reason this was hard at all was because I didn't do favors in Ambergris until the very end. This could have been done at part 40 had I not wasted my time. Because I was doing Dragonstorm every night for my memories. And doing Dragon's End will also give you 15 memories too. And you can sell those. Again, you're going to have extra memories. That's why I'm at 290. I was doing Dragon's End. I think I did buy them because I didn't think I was going to get them. But that was on me. Again, I wasn't doing the metas. I should have been doing the metas. Learn from me. Do the damn metas. And with that, you'll also earn these things every week. The statuettes right here. You can turn those in every week to get an extra 25 favors and a bunch of loot. I didn't turn these in every week or whatever, but if you're doing the metas every week and earn all of these, that's great. The Jade Gate statuettes, I believe... Check the price of all these. I ended up mapping Dragon's End 2 extra times. Check the price of these. Hell. Yeah, so the Kanyang one, Jade Gate statuette, is worth $1.50 right now. If you don't want to go turn this stuff in for the favors, you can sell them for the gold. I would not suggest it. Having extra ones would probably not be a bad idea, just in case you can't get around to a certain meta at some point. But, yeah, Dragon's End, this Jade Dragon statuette was only at 8 silvers, so it's more successful than the Blackout for whatever reason. But I was fine. I did not have a problem the last few weeks doing any of these events. It was quiet at times, but as soon as you see that looking for group, somebody like this, who top Yao Ming, I don't know. This guy, see, he even says he's gonna go into Dragon meta start. He's gonna do province, and then it says blackout, and then it says gang war. Boom, 3 of them done right there, and it's fast. It's just moving. So you just have to pay attention, stay with commander, that kind of thing. That's it. A lot of fun. When it comes to mapping, really quick, did touch upon that. New characters on the province are really fast, but if you're doing the meta every day, you shouldn't have a problem doing the lantern. You have to, anytime you have to do something that's account bound, you're gonna lose gold. Just the way it is, but you're gonna get the account bound thing. So if you need to map this for the province, this is the one thing that's locked out with the meta. But if you're doing the meta, you can grab it and then do the map anyways. If you have a new character, you don't have to worry about that. The city can be done with a new character, but I suggest doing it on a character you've already done it. You don't have to worry about the meta or anything like that. There's a route that I was doing, and I don't know if I can even remember it at this point, but fast. It's 20 minutes once you get it down. The city is actually laid out pretty okay for the lanterns. I usually start in the middle, get rid of the excess ones, and go. What I was doing. You don't have to redo the hearts or anything when you're doing the lanterns too, but none of the hearts and stuff are that hard. Echovald is great with the new character. The hearts suck, but the meta doesn't lock a lantern. It's the Aspenwood one that does. This is why people run that meta, because there's 2 lanterns inside of here that are hard to get to. A new character can literally unlock both of these points of interest by unlocking this one flying over and then falling down here close to the gate, and you will unlock this point of interest. I was lucky enough to keep finding an Aspenwood meta that was pushing, so I was able to do this map, I think, 3 or 4 times on one character. The lanterns, there are a lot. On a new character, it's definitely faster. Dragon's End, lanterns. Or a new character. Either way, it's pretty fast. A new character, there's no hearts to do. It is literally going up and down the map, getting everything, going underneath. And at this point of interest, you just have to get like right here on a new character and then leave. On a character that already has it done, there's a lantern that's sitting somewhere over here, down in this corner. You're gonna have to beat the meta. But if you're already beating the meta, you can get that lantern on a character. Remember, you have to have the mapping done on that character to see the lanterns, so... but either way, new character, or if you're beating the meta, you can do that. I was able to do this one even 14 times, 16 times, and I think 4 or 5 of them was because I was beating the meta type of thing. So, mapping, not hard. Also, these maps will give you writs and stuff from completing events, which will help you with favors if you need them. But again, I don't think favors would be a problem if you're running these metas every day for 20, 40 days. It's up to you how much you do want to run all this, but again, if you're looking to get those extra Lamplighters badges, if you complete the map again, it'll give you a gift and a Lamplighters badge, but you can convert the gift at a heart vendor or a different merchant for a Lamplighters badge, so you can get 2. That's why I said you're going to have to complete another map or multiple maps at least 3 more times. Or buy it off the trading post, like I said. Back to materials. Again, all this can flow together, synergize well. I don't know how I made life so hard on myself. I don't remember what it takes to buy everything, but if you just do this stuff, 40 days. What's left? Oh, chunks of pure jade. Chunks of pure jade, Dragon's End, 20 nodes every day, that's 60 of them. Just do it every day for 40 days and sell any excess. I needed 2,800 chunks of pure jade, and this was easily done. If I took 40 days, did 60 every day, you're going to get extra if you beat the Dragon's End meta, and if you're hitting Orichalcum nodes, there's a chance to get it there, and if you are done getting your tells and you switch over the Dragon's End from your home instance, they'll give you 8 to 12 a day. But if you did 60 a day for 40 days, that is 2,400 chunks of pure jade. Easily done. Resin, the most you're going to need is 260 or something like that if you did all the legendaries. So I'm not sure. I just needed 240 for 14. So as you're running around Echovald, just chop down some of those saplings. Keep a stack of them for whatever your needs are. Pretty easy to do as well. So there it is. Anything else here? I don't think so. I feel like I am forgetting something. Talked about Deldrimore Steel and Spiritwood planks. Just use that Elderwood to get the residue. Use that Mithril to get the Mithrilium, and then run around, get the other materials. It's not too hard to get iron, platinum, that kind of stuff for this. Orichalcum is all over the place in Into Dragons. You know where you're looking. When I was doing my rich node route, going through Thunderhead Peaks and stuff like that, all of that makes a gift of metal within so many characters, not even a day. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to go harvest materials, because it's as simply as just hitting the nodes. Trying to think if there's anything else in here that would need. I don't think so. What I can do Come over here. Grab a legendary. Do this. I don't know if it's going to work, actually. But let me look. 100 Mystic Rune Stones. That's 100 gold. Need a Mastery. 100 Memories of Arene. That's Dragonstorm. 20 days. Bloodstone Shard. That's 100 Spirit Shards, right? 200 Spirit Shards. I would hold off on that. Don't worry about your Spirit Shards till towards the end. Antique Summoning Stones. I told you if you're beating Dragon's End every day for 40 days, that's 40 of them. And if you're buying the 5 you can get every week, that's going to be 75 by then. You wait 2 more days after that, you can get another 5. So you could get 80 of them in 42 days. Again, I'm taking 1 legendary, reducing it to 40 days. Tales of Adventure, that's just doing a story step. You only need 10? Okay. 10 of them. Lamplighters badges, 10 of those. We went over that. Thermocatalytic reagents and hydrocatalytic reagents. Okay. Research notes. Easiest way I can tell you to go do research notes by simply going to a website called, what is it? fastfarmingcommunity.eu or something like that. If you look up any research note farm on Google, it is going to point you into the right direction. I also think the wiki has research note stuff. That kind of thing. So if you need research notes, just try to find the cheapest way to do it, or start breaking down certain exotics off the trading post that are really cheap, or what was the other way? Earrings, mithril earrings. Don't hold me to that. Definitely check out some resource for that. Other than that, if you don't want a certain ascended something or whatever, break it down, and then you're going to need those research notes to buy those hydrocatalytic reagents, that kind of stuff. The gift of battle's in there. The only way to get that right now is doing world versus world. So you'll have to go in and defeat that reward track, or just focus the dailies. In 20 days, you can get what? Oh, it's not even 20 days, because you can get 6 potions a day. If you're doing the weeklies, it's a bit more. But to finish that reward track now is stupid easy. You're running with a good group. It doesn't even take you 5 hours. It takes you like 2. Something like that. 2 hours of playing World versus World, I think, a week. Give you a gift of battle. No, not a week. Playing 2 hours of World versus World and knowing what you're doing can give you a gift of battle. That's how fast it is now. And everybody's going, yeah, I hope those PvE players, if, you know, there's a way they can get it in PvE now, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what they're talking about, okay? Calm down. If ArenaNet gave us another way, I hope it would only take 2 hours to get it. Okay? But I really think the Gift of Battle and the Gift of Glory and that kind of stuff can go away. Gift of Glory, that's PvP material. You're going to want to buy the Shard of Glory. I don't know how much that is. Unless you're into PvP. Then the Shard of Glories should happen. But they're only 2 silver. You need a stack of them. 7 gold. Again, if you're doing your dailies and stuff, doing the stuff I just said, getting a stack of them shouldn't be too hard. But then that's how you get the Gift of Glory. Hold on. How do you earn these? They're just in the rewards, I think. Dailies. Again, dailies are the best way to do pretty much a lot of things. Gift of War is going to require Memories of Battle. Stack of those. If I go to Memories. If you're doing World versus World, this will not be as expensive. But you need a stack of these. That's going to set you back 42 gold. But remember earlier when I was talking about Arene and doing Dragonstorm every day for 40 days? That extra after you hit 100 would pay for this right now. And if you're doing Dragon's End and getting those memories, right? Remember that? When I was talking about getting 15 of those? That it's going to pay for all of this. So you don't have to do World versus World for a stack of Memories of Battle, but it's not that hard anymore for that either. That's why the price isn't 22 silver like it once was. The Blessings of the Jade Empress, you're going to need 7 of those. 500 favors. Talked about doing the metas pretty fast. You need 220 chunks of pure jade. Okay, that's a lot faster than I thought it was. That's 6 days. 6 days of going out there. You need 20 chunks of petrified Echoveld resin. 20? It also depends on the weapon, I guess. So, they're talking about 134 globs of ectoplasm. I think I said 120. No, it's 116. Okay, so you need 116 mystic coins. Jade runestones we'll talk about here in a second. If you need amalgamated gemstones, do not. All right? Do not. You only need 10 of them. For the love of God, do not buy them. Ever. Also, do not pick them as the reward in anything unless the Jade runestone is cheaper than the amalgamated gemstone, which is usually not the case because right now it's about 71, 72 silver for the amalgamated gemstone, and the Jade runestone is 72 to 78. Okay? So do your research before you start grabbing them from somewhere. To get them, all you need to forge are the crystals and orbs that you will inevitably get
Hello.
here. So anything that says crystals, forge 4 of them at a time, as many times as you can. That includes medallions and that kind of thing. Then every 25 orbs, actually it's 75, but you need 25 in a component. So 3 25s of any of these orbs. Practically anything you see here that I haven't got rid of except for, nope, that can be used for the other crystals as well. And the quartz crystal doesn't count. But to get that, I would just use 75, take 5 ecto, boom, you got your 10 amalgamated, you're done. Unless you roll really well with the other stuff, trying to get the higher tier things. You should get these materials over time pretty easily. Be hitting mithril nodes if you're wondering how to get crystals, but you'll get a lot of orbs hitting coral underwater and orichalcum. Just to let you know. Eldritch Scroll, what is that? 50 spirit shards? Yeah, so 250 spirit shards so far. Meh. We talked about ambergris. Jade runestones, I have a route, but there's guaranteed runestones everywhere. Do the Din Daijin if you still need to do that, or you can eventually buy them. I don't know. There's the gifts. 116 Abu shards. Need 696 philosopher stones, which is about 70 more spirit shards, so that's 320. You're gonna need 50 of those lodestones for the amalgamated and this one's saying the Mordrum lodestones. I wonder if that's because the crystal has just gotten cheap. It's saying you need crystal, destroyer, and corrupted lodestones with the Mordrum lodestones. You need 50 of each. But then the other one I think is these 4, right? The glacial not in there? I don't remember. 115 piles of crystalline dust. Really cheap. You need a jug of water, a ball of dark energy, and 75 stabilizing. Okay, if you like to do fractals, go do fractals. If you don't like to do fractals, you'll get these from Breaking Down Ascended, or you can buy them. You only need 75 of them. That is not it. Just 22 gold right now, which is not bad. You can also put in a buy order, I'm sure. Lower it. So again, not too bad. You can go do fractals, but you will need to break down an ascended weapon, armor piece, something like that for a ball of dark energy, I believe. Weapons, armor, amulets, accessories, back items, aquatic headgear. There's a very low chance for the amulets, accessories, back pieces, and aquatic headgear, but it's guaranteed from a weapon or armor piece. You're gonna need one because you're gonna have to make a cube. I can't tell you a good way to do that. Hopefully you already have an ascended piece you don't need. Other than that, do fractals. I mean, take the gold, go buy something else. Looks like you need 100 of each tier 6, a stack of each tier 5, and 50 of tier 3 and tier 4. Really? That's it? No wonder that was so easy to get done. It won't be easy when you're trying to do it, but All this looks so simple to me, going back and looking at it. 2 Gossamer scrap. 540 iron ore. 240 platinum ore. That's 3 characters on a rich run. 60 lumps of coal. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna need luck. Don't remember what luck you're gonna need for the legendaries. Look. The rare luck, I think. No, I know it was one of them. Maybe not. What the hell is the luck used for? You're gonna need 5,000 base luck. What is that used for? Anybody remember? Keeper of the Cookie, hello. I'm sorry I missed you there. Anybody remember what the luck is for? Rest of its base material, 600 mithril, 300 elderwood. That's for the Veldramorn stuff. I'm looking at base materials right now. Legendaries are so freaking easy. To me. No wonder I got all 14 done in 8 months. January, I was like, oh man, here we go. Then I took like 2 months off. Remember when we were doing Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom? It was nearly 2 months. But for me, 150 to 180 days, I think is what it was. Every time I look at the numbers look so far away, but they're not. They're not for me. For a new player, this could feel like it would take ages. But from what I saw, you just need 138 ecto too. Break down your rares. The Delve gives you so many rares. That Mystic Salvage Kit. But you don't have to do any hardcore content. The metas are pretty much spelt out for a lot of people. You can even go in there with a good support build and get credit for a lot of things too. I was rezzing people and just get credit for events. They were going in with no build. The gold doesn't say any of the gold I'm gonna need, but yeah. But wow, what a journey. Do not sleep on the ambergris in the favors. Do not sleep on doing events for spirit shards, the metas. If you can do 40 days of just those metas, be successful. Even if you're not, you know, you're getting stuff. But if you're successful with those metas, you're doing the Levy Farm, you're doing Dragonstorm. In 40 days, you'll have most of what you need. And then take any of your excess gold after you buy the stuff you have to get to start buying the materials you're short on. Tier 3 and Tier 4 materials you can farm. I farmed 40 Venom Sacks the other day because trophy loot. Don't forget you can get your Jade bots to have so much stuff with this. It's insane. But you can get your chips or whatever in there, and you can get, you know, might loot or magic loot and that kind of stuff. So get those crafting materials that way while you're out there killing all that crap. That's another way to do it in Dragons or in End of Dragons. 12 minutes left. Thank you, Keeper of the Cookie. Thanks for the congrats. Gift of Research needs exotic. Oh, exotic luck, huh? How much exotic luck? Oh, yeah, because I remember I spent my exotic luck during the Lunar New Year, and then I needed to make up for that. But I ended up with so much extra luck running the events. Exotic. There it is, Gift of Research. Just a stack for the Gift of Research, so don't eat your luck, even if you want that magic find. So you need a stack of luck. Exotic luck. Thank you. Appreciate that. Trying to think of other ways you can sort of game the system here that I was using.
I'm rich, you know.
I was using my home instance to get extra Season 3, Season 4 material. Converting that. Let me jump out to those converters. So if you're still curious about what I mean by conversion, let me talk about that a little bit. Tier 6 dust is essential if you want Tier 6 materials short on them. But these magic warped bundles right here is what I was talking about. $12.50 in the Unbound Magic, and you need 40 silver. They are worth doing. Most of I can go ahead and buy them. There's no reason not to. So when you open these, like I got 10 ancient bones. That's 10% of what I need for the ancient bones right there. But I actually don't need ancient bones right now, so I'm just gonna sell them. Spent 80 silver there, made over 2 gold, and these are crap. That was a whammy, but you can get mystic clovers out of those if you're lucky enough, so that could save you even more money. But you need a form of getting Unbound Magic. If you do not have access to the Living World stuff, Season 3, Season 4, then you won't be able to do these things, and you'll still have to do them some other way. So you won't be able to eat things and that kind of stuff. But Season 4, I'll go to Corna. Corna has the best fishing. If you have all your masteries and stuff done, have fishing food, and put on scorpions, put on a lure, go out there. There's a quick route over here. Oh my god, I don't have this map. But over here, there's fishing. You'll see people fishing. Just follow them around, hit the fishing holes. Getting legendaries isn't too bad. We did a bit of that, but not enough of it if you want to do actual fishing. But the trophy shipments like this one, they're going to cost you a gold a piece, plus the volatile magic here of 250 a piece. I'll go ahead and buy those. And then if I open these up,
Nice gear.
these are whammies right here. These Petrus, those things. And then the Eyes of Cormir. Other than that, everything else has its use. But let me pull these tier 6 materials down from the 6 boxes I bought. So I got another 10 ancient bones there. The tier 5 materials, again, can be converted up. I can match them. That's what I got here. Every 50 of them can be a chance at more. Not get any tier 6 poison sacks or anything like that. But these are always profitable as well, so even if you don't need the materials anymore, you can sell it, make your money back, that kind of thing. Bones are worth a lot of money. I sold some earlier. 2 gold right there again. Scales are worth some good money. Like that. So how much did I spend? 6 gold. That right there was 5. This should be 6. Ish. I'm just quick selling them to see how much money I spent. Again, I haven't even, like, you could sell the tier 5 if you wanted to, but I'm gonna keep it. What'd that say on the market? 8 gold, 91 silver running out here and spending not that much. It was 6 gold, 80 silver, so, you know, I profited or whatever. Or I could keep the material. It's still gonna end up being cheaper than just buying it outright. Not cheaper than killing something and getting it outright, but, you know, it is what it is. That's part of the conversion. The Karmic Converter, the Leyline Matter Converter. Again, the Leyline Matter Converter, Dragon Stand, beat the meta. It's usually beaten 20 minutes or less anyways, so you should be able to earn this. If you've been doing HOT stuff, it's good. If you have tickets, you can buy the currency from the festivals. Festivals, you can sell this stuff. You can earn money at the festivals in different ways. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like festivals aren't gonna happen, because we did take advantage of like the Jor Breakers and stuff for gold. All casual. It's all casual to me. I also have been eating my materials here. I have a ton of Imperial favors to eat because of the Jade Runestone runs. I've gone over that several times. Getting Jade Runestones is not hard. And then go back out here. Trying to think what I haven't covered for conversion. You have alt accounts. Move those materials over. How I sort of got the last bit of gold I needed for the ambergris. A bit of that. I'm still 47 gold up already. I just got those done a couple days ago. So, for me, gold does fall out of the sky. But when you need to amass, 18,000 to 20,000 gold worth of materials, which it wasn't that much. I only needed to get, I think, somewhere between 13 and 15,000 gold in materials. Because it's cheaper on the buy order than it is on the sell. You're only worth the buy order, technically, until you put in a sell order and somebody takes it. So, I know that sounds weird, but it's the truth.
What is it?
Trying to think here. I wanted to check that too. I should go check that. So I had a Jade Runestone route, and it's pretty much going and getting what I call Yahahas, but what those are, the fox spirit children, and they have these little puzzles, and you get a box, and you open them. You can get writs and stuff with the Canuck coins, I found out. There's other things you can get, but you can get Canuck coins, you can get unusual coins, and there are guaranteed ones out and about. And there's a guaranteed one over here. There's like a phoenix up in the trees. Does this look different if I do this? It doesn't look different at all. Fine. But anyhow, there's a guaranteed one up at the top over here, right? Am I doing this wrong again? Because you come up, hit this, you go up. It's over here, I think. Yeah, over here. Guaranteed one there. There's two guaranteed ones here. There's one up in the trees above you. If you just go to this waypoint, you can get two Jade Runestones very quickly. But there's also a Yahaha like right here. They're all over the place. I run the entire map practically, hitting Yahahas, Jade Tech chests, normal chests like down here in the water. There's just free chests to open. The guaranteed ones and that kind of thing. And I was getting like 4 or 5 a day. I was even skipping one and still getting 4 a day. You go 4 a day for 20 days, that's 80. If you're getting 5, that's 100. You're done. Any extra ones you can either keep or sell. So it's up to you. There's one when you go down in this water and you run over here. I forgot to mention that one. But there's a guaranteed one in there if you've done the puzzle. This dungeon down here, you have to unlock it. So I don't know that I did that dungeon while I was mapping and stuff like that. It wasn't that hard to do. If there's other people running it, it's even faster. So, well, unless nobody knows what the hell they're doing, but. Then over here, there's sometimes a commander running this 3 champ spot, and there's a bunch of chests in Xin Daijun. These chests can come back too, so you can loot them again to get Jade Runestones. Had I had known that, we would have been doing it much earlier because it ended up being a pretty good farm for me. On average, I was getting 27 a day for Jade Runestones. That's 5 days of work. Just to put it in perspective there. Getting the last bit of the Jade Runestones only took me 4 days to finish it because of Xin Daijun and knowing I can go and get Jade Runestones from here. Profits, it's not the best gold farm, but it is a way to get those done without having to pay anything out of the pocket. If you don't have to pay stuff out of the pocket, it saves you money in the long run. Believe it or not. Unless you're farming gold fast enough that the taxes just don't matter. The levy farm happens over here, the Leviathan event, and then you come out here and you do it over here. Then the new Kanyang City one, something like that. Levy event's over here, starts over here. So if you're doing that, that's how it works. Other than that, from what I've told you, you should have your legendary in 40 days. You're not getting your legendary done in 40 days. Must ask how. What are you short on? That will be my question. The problem is, I can't tell you what you're going to be short on right now. I've been playing the game for so long. I have so many bonuses. I have so much. If it is Spirit Shards and Karma, just keep playing the game. Spirit Shards, World versus World, like Lex said earlier, fantastic way to do it. Karma, Winter's Day, try to stock up on Karma. There's everything gives you Karma there. That is the time to get your Karma done. If you need luck, Lunar New Year will drop a ton of luck. Other than that is salvaging things. These maps give luck. They give a base one and then a master. You need 5,000 base total or 2,500 of the masterwork. Is that math? Might not be math. 500. 1,000. You need 1,000 of the masterwork. 500 of the rare. Get your stack of exotic. Trying to think, is there anything else?
My time is precious.
Just play the game. These Gen 3s are a lot of fun to make.
May Lissa aid you.
Pretty easy to make. And it's pretty much just running around gathering things and doing the metas. Here. Dragonstorm. I don't know which story instance is good for the tell. You look really quick. I actually can tell you what the wiki says. But again, I just had my home instance give me those. So, you know, pay to win there. as sometimes it is. Guild Wars 2 Ender Dragons, Act 1, Old Friends Outreach. First playthrough. So, playing through Ender Dragons, first playthrough rewards 1 tale of adventure per chapter. 14 total for the complete End of Dragon story. Replaying a story chapter afterwards rewards 5 tales of adventure once per day for the total of 70 per day if all chapters were replayed.
I'm rich, you know.
Oh. Story steps that have a skip to checkpoint option will still give you the tales, while having to replay the entire story step. But you have to be the owner of the instance because there's a bug of not getting it. Interesting. But pretty much any of the End of Dragons content, I do not know which one is the fastest for one. But if you can get 5 Tales of Adventure once per day, replaying a story chapter afterwards rewards 5 Tales of Adventure once per day, total 70 per day if all chapters were replayed. So does that, what does that mean? Do you only have to do it 2 of them and be done? And that's faster than I thought. Okay. They have anything for nah, don't. The Delve also gives you a Lamplighter's badge. Really? Give you 2? It.
I'm rich, you know.
Memories of Arene can also be earned through other story steps too. Dragonstorm gives you 6. War Eternal stories and all that stuff. All of season 4 practically gives you 3 from certain story steps. And then episode 3, defeating Suwon for Dragon's End is 15. Gauge Calcatoric gives you 6. What was this? Oh, Dragonfall, completing that meta gives you 6 too. Okay. I mean, again, you can speed that up if you want to. Anything else? $50 per 10. I have a feeling we're gonna need more research notes. That's it. I think I've shared every easy way to acquire this.
I'm not sure about this.
Pleasant greeting.
It may not even take you 40 days. You have the gold. And you can buy the components too. That's it. 14 legendaries. Done. We hit the goal. Next year, I will be making medium World versus World armor. And at some point, the PvE legendary armor. Whatever that entails.
I'm at your service.
Whatever it is. I will be focusing heavy for the PvE armor. I should reiterate that. There's definitely a choice, which there's going to be. PvE armor, I will do that live. There's something I need to do for it. I will try to do it live to make sure it's recorded somewhere. But for the most part, I am not going to focus anything down except content next year. That means I'm also going to start achievement hunting a little bit. I want to get to the 4,500 chests. This is sort of me telling what's next for someone like me. I want to get to this chest right here. The Unstoppable Achiever. 400 gems, 30 gold, 10 laurels, 1 magic find, 1 karma, 2% experience. Let me look here. 3% experience, 2% karma, 1% gold find, 1% magic find. So 2% magic find, 2% karma, 1% gold find, and 3% experience gain. Top of what I have. And in that, I should earn 2, 4, 6, 8, 38 gold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 laurels, and 2 skins. Why do I not get a skin at the 45? A massive chest. But that's sort of my goals for next year. If I don't get the achievement points done, I don't care. The armor I need to get done. And the other thing I'm going to do is keep farming materials for legendaries. It doesn't mean I'm making any legendaries for myself. What it means is that if I feel like I'm in a comfortable position,
I'm not sure.
either by the end of this year or next year, we'll give away a legendary. Or give away legendaries more often. Or just give away things that I need to give away anyways. Be on the Discord. Trust me, I'm going to put it there, and I'll probably post it here on YouTube as well if we're going to give away a legendary. But I'll probably do that stuff on the Discord. Join the Discord. There's a giveaway happening right now that ends in 2 days. August 20th. 11 people, 400 gems, celebrating 11 years of Guild Wars 2. Not only is Soto coming out next Tuesday, the birthday is happening too. So, my speculation is that new content hits next week. Birthday stuff comes out later in the week. We won't have really any content until Halloween. I don't know if there's going to be like any World versus World Alliance stuff in there. I don't know when the next balance update or anything of that is. It's all speculation, so take it with a grain of salt. And I think in November we're going to get a first release of the next wave of content from the expansion. And then December we have Winter's Day, and that will take us to the end of the year. Again, I don't know where alliances are for World versus World. I don't know what exactly is going to be in there, if there's any extra stuff they want to do. I actually expect ArenaNet to probably have some balance updates and stuff like that. That's all information that anyone could come up with. But for the most part, I think that's the schedule for Guild Wars 2. I will be playing Guild Wars 2. I don't know if I will have a certain day that I will continue to play Guild Wars 2. But the next Guild Wars 2 show will be on Monday, just so I can talk about things a little bit, see where I'm at. It'll probably be a short show, and then I'll be here. Expansion launch next Tuesday. Off we go. And we'll play that until I get tired in September and decide where to go from there. I do not want to burn out on Guild Wars 2. That means not playing it all the time. Okay? But the new content I'm excited for. I didn't burn out doing these 14 legendaries, by the way. A lot of people are like, don't burn yourself out. In fact, sort of when I was done, I was like, that's it. That's how I sort of felt. Because it was actually fun running around doing the metas and stuff. You're sitting there telling people, hide here during the Echo Vault meta, and then like 6 dead people and 12 down. You're like, well, better pick them up.
Melissa aid you.
Fun. And I think that's the whole point of this game, is just to have fun, right? If you ever have questions, though, I am here. I love answering questions. I don't know everything. If I don't know, I'll try to look it up. I'll try to give you the best answer. If it's speculative, if it's rumor, if it's data mining stuff, I may not answer it. Because that can lead to people saying, well, AngryZorric said, but that's not exactly what I've said. I probably said something along the lines, I don't know, but here's what I think, and people take it as gospel. And they go up to Mighty Teapot, and they're like, hey, Mighty Teapot, Zork said this. And he's like, Zork talking about, but it's not what I said. The next thing you know, Mighty Teapot's on my ass, and I'm like, listen, man, I don't know. You're huge. I'm small. I don't know. That's what she said. But
I'm rich, you know.
that though. If you would like to support me, there are links down below. I am an ArenaNet partner. ArenaNet does sponsor me. They give me gems. They let me say I'm an ArenaNet partner, all that kind of stuff. I love this game. I am not burnt out, but I am tired. I've been talking a lot today. A lot.
What is it?
So much information in my head. A lot of people I need to talk to. World versus World Reset is tonight. EU people, I think it's already hit for you, so have fun. And Guildies, be there, be a flat cube. We're mesmering it up. Midian, I'm so sorry. Midian, Nocron, thank you for being my mods today. This is it. I said it was going to be a short show today, 2 hours. That's all it took to go through this information. I know it was a little bit rambly and a little bit broken up there, but you can slash wiki any legendary that you want to make and have it broken down into its components. So, thank you all for the support. This was part 47, technically. So, it has just been a boring, long grind of stuff, but hopefully you can get some information out of the shows that I have here. A lot of data to compile and things like that. If you would like to make a legendary and buy it, I can tell you 2,200 gold can be earned. Give me a second here. 12 gold per hour. $45 days, 46 days. If you're hitting that 12 gold an hour, which is the high end of average, you can buy a legendary off the trading post Gen 3 every 46 days. And then, of course, that's selling everything and whatever else. If you want to know. And I was just talking about running 40 days as a casual, just playing the game for what it is, getting the materials to craft it yourself, which is going to save you about somewhere between 450 to 780 gold. So, there you go. Peace and love, yeah. You have a happy day, Galka. I'm gonna go take a nap. But, yeah, when you do things like this and you finish up, it's so bittersweet. Because the thing is, all this hard work I'm doing is now, what do I do? It's just sort of like done. But I also now have no reason to have any ascended weapons on anyone, for the most part. But I'm excited to. The Necro is going to get sword eventually. Now I have those swords covered because I have Bolt and Fang. Is it Fang? Trying to think what else for Necro.
It is my honor to meet you.
I didn't have a Warhorn. Have that now. That's it. That's it.
I'm at your service.
I can now get variants if I want to too, but oh, just really quick. If you are wondering how fast it is to farm a variant, I think I've gone over the number. I think I said something like 3,600 or 36,000. it's 10 chunks of ambergris, 100 spirit shards, 350,000 karma. Again, if you're doing the metas, this will take me 5 days. Yeah, wait, I can't show you. Hold on. The 350,000, the 100 spirit shards here, and the 10 chunks of 10 chunks of ambergris wouldn't take me 5 days. Well, if you're doing 2 a day, yeah. If I'm following my own advice, all of that. 75 gold and 2,500 research notes, which is about 100 gold anyways. That's just depending on how fast you can farm gold from other things. I'm trying to think what else was in there. It's when you can finally buy it. That's right. So, 200 jade rune stones, 250 memories of marine, and 5 mystic clovers. Mystic clovers just comes down to, do you have them? You know, reward tracks, mystic coins, that kind of thing. The memories of marine, dragon's end. What is it? Can't do math right now. My brain's fried.
It's nice to see you.
Like 16 days. Does that sound right? 18 days, something like that. But the jade runestones, you can get this done in about 10 days too. Or it's just farming gold, buying the stuff. So it's up to you how you want to do it. And again, you have to do a collection and things like that to get to this point, I think. I don't know how it gets charged or anything like that, but the variants are expensive, but they're nowhere near what the base legendary is. And so you should get most of those done within 20 days. So if you want a specific weapon with a specific variant, it should take you only 40 to 60 days.
It is good to speak.
Is legendary armor going to change weights for different characters automatically? No, there will be 3 different versions guaranteed. They showed 3 different variants. My guess when it comes to legendary armor.
Not sure about this.
So if you wanted to get legendary armor, so say you do raids, you have to pick light, medium, or heavy. So no matter what, you have to do 3 sets. World versus world, it's 3 sets. PvP, I believe it's 3 sets. There's no universal legendary armor. That's a good question. So for the PvE open world armor, it's going to be 3 sets, probably guaranteed. It would be cool if there was a universal one, but I don't think so. I don't think that's ever going to happen. We also will have to explore relics next week and things like that when it comes to that. I don't think the legendary armor's coming out next week. I think that's later down the road. Have to do the other content until then. I will probably focus Wizard's Vault a little bit next week, just to sort of see what's going on with that and what we can get from it, and Mastery. Story and stuff like that, I'll let you know if there's spoilers possible and that kind of thing, but I'm in no rush to finish the content, so I'm going to take my sweet time. If that bothers you, that's your problem. But other than that, I am out of here. That's it. I'm done. You all have a wonderful day. Let me put some love in chat. Thank you so much again, everyone. This was fun. It was fun. We'll be back with more Guild Wars 2 on Monday. I don't think I'll be doing a show this weekend for any reason. Maybe I'll run another Link to the Past randomizer to test the copyright system again. I did get hit. I did post that on the Discord. Figure it out. But there we go. Go. You're loving chat. That's it. So as always, I'd leave you with this. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. All we got. Have a great night, day, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is. Make it great. If you're going to bed, sleep well. Get that rest. You will need it. Trust me. If I don't see you for the rest of this weekend, which I don't think you will see me, have a cool weekend. It's going to warm up to like 90 degrees here. It's ridiculous. Fahrenheit. Just, you know, do what you got to do. Rest. All right, if you're going to be playing the expansion next week, get your sleep in this weekend. Sleep a little extra. You can. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your August. Happy birthday, Guild Wars 2. 11 years old. Wow. Was that 5th, 6th grade? Dang. Kid knows how to read. What's going to happen now? The game is going into a new era here. A whole new system and that kind of stuff. So we've made it. Don't see for the rest of this year, though. You know, it's the year of physical health. Get up, move around, go touch some grass, as the kids say. Do something. Stretch. Ab workout. I'm just saying stuff now. All right, bye.